What's up, folks? This is Derek with Vic's Cooler Chicken, bringing to you pot roast on the Traeger. And with this pot roast, we're gonna make the best sandwiches you have ever seen, but with a twist. Something you probably never seen before unless you've lived in Oklahoma or you're kind of poor, or once you was poor and you had to stretch roast further than already can go, then you would make roast sandwiches, but with a twist. And I guarantee you, when you see this twist, you can be like, wow, I never thought about that. And then when you try it, you're gonna be like, man, Derek, that may be the best roast I've ever had. So the first thing we're gonna do in the cooler is wash our meat. Not a very big roast, as you can see, but it's gonna make about 20 sandwiches. And I know you're thinking, 20 sandwiches, come on. How are you gonna make 20 sandwiches out of this little roast? I'm telling you. When you didn't have money and you had to stretch food because you had a large family, which a lot of people did back in the day, large family, maybe not that much money, stretch the meat, especially with vegetables. But I'm just gonna show you how you stretch that meat. This is a prime brisket. This is a prime roast. So it's top of the line roast now, since we're not as poor, so we can have a little bit of greater meat. But we're gonna take this, I'm gonna get some smoke on the Traeger with it. Then I'm gonna put it in my Dutch oven in some broth, and then I'll let it finish it out that way. You could do it in a crock pot, you can do it in the oven, but this way I just like using the Traeger to give it a little smoke, and then I'm gonna let it marinate itself inside the pot. Folks, right now my Traeger is starting to heat up and it's starting to bellow smoke. So I'm gonna get this pot roast on there to catch a little bit of extra smoke, because I'm only gonna leave it 30 to 40 minutes, not in the pot. So stay tuned as we put it on the Traeger. And of course, Fiesta steak seasoning. As we're waiting for that pot roast to start catching that smoke and start browning a little bit, I just like to take the water, add a little extra steak seasoning, garlic and onion. I'm not adding any vegetables because remember, this roast is made strictly for sandwiches, and you will see how great the sandwiches are. Garlic, onion powder. Ooh, I guarantee you gotta have that onion powder in there. And then probably last but not least, a little black pepper. The best thing about this recipe, if you had to work, you could throw it in a crock pot, and while you're at work, let it simmer all day. Or you get home and you want to throw a roast in the oven. 2 hours later, you have roast, and then, or 3 hours later, you have roast, 2 to 3 hours. And then you make these sandwiches. But the easiest part about it is the sandwiches. And that's why I tell you, this is going to be the best roast sandwich, easiest roast sandwich, and enjoyable roast sandwich you've had ever. Stay tuned. Stop. All right, welcome back to the cooler. I think that roast has just about as much smoke as it needs and good color. I'm gonna drop it in the water. We're gonna get it ready for its last episode before it becomes great sandwiches. As you can see, just enough smoke, just enough color, just how we like it, to the water. Stir it around a little bit. Let it get some of them flavors. Then we're gonna top it, back into the Traeger. Till later. All right, folks, we're gonna get that roast out of the Traeger so I can let you guys see it. It is done. Then I gotta let it cool. And then I'm gonna show you how to make simple roast sandwiches. So 2 things happens when you make this roast. You make the sandwiches, but then with the roast juice, if you got pets, now they got instant gravy for their food. Put it on there and their food tastes even better. And that roast is a prime. I tell you, it didn't even shrink that much. Ooh, don't fall apart. Hold on. Stay strong, folks. Thought it was gonna fall and splash hot juice everywhere. So now that's gravy for my puppies. Put this in the refrigerator so it can cool off, and I'll show you how to make roast sandwiches. All right, folks, last couple steps of the best roast sandwich you're ever gonna have. I did not think I was gonna like it when I was first told this sandwich, and you're probably gonna think the same. Really? But it is great. So first you cut up this roast in smaller chunks because you're gonna grind it up in this meat processor. Try to get out as much fat as possible. Leave some fat, but get most of the fat out. Then drop it in this machine right here, this little handy contraption. Got it in there. Only gotta know how to work it though. And you grind this roast beef up. I know what you're thinking. What the hell is he doing? Why is he grinding that roast beef up like that? I'm gonna show you. It's about to be absolutely insane. And you just keep grinding it up till it's all done. You don't keep anything. You don't keep any. Grind it. I'm trying to get something fell on the floor. Ain't nothing fell on the floor. I ain't dropping nothing. Excuse me, interruption by my little puppy trying to steal some food. This is the hardest part right here, this contraption. Now, if you got a good contraption, you won't have to worry about keep spinning it. See? There you go. And you want to grind it up pretty fine like that. Put you in the mindset of tuna fish when you do the fish. When you mash it up out of the can. Put you in the mindset of tuna fish or devil ham. Are you getting where I'm going? Little devilish ham. Still don't get it, do you? You guys must be rich, bougie people. If you don't know what devil ham is, or see this fat, I'm gonna leave this fat out because you don't want that fat in there. Not that much fat. And something else for the puppies to eat. All right. Remember I told you that roast was not a very big roast, so it's not that much. For a couple of roast sandwiches, because it's not a big family. Now, if you had to feed a big family, you would get a bigger roast and you'd have plenty. This is gonna make about, I don't know, the way my wife and son make their sandwiches, this may be about 2 sandwiches, but this will usually make about 10 sandwiches, 10 regular sandwiches. Regular, not y'all sandwiches. So, you grind it up like that. You hammer that Miracle Whip, please. Break it up a little bit more. I might have grinded it up a little bit too fine. Like I said, this is a small prime roast. It was on sale, so I swooped it on sale. So this roast puts you in the mindset of tuna fish, except for its roast, and it's 2 times better than tuna fish. Just think of taking your great roast, chopping it up. If it's leftover, if you guys didn't eat it all, you take it, you grind it up, and instead of having roast slice sandwiches, you got roast, damn, I missed a damn bowl, y'all. Then you go to whipping that tuna or that roast beef to make roast sandwiches. And what you do, you can either toast your bread or eat it regular. Around here, we toast the bread because the toasted bread holds spoons of roast around here. And if you did regular bread without toast, your bread will fall apart. That's how much roast to be on there. And you could add relish or a little mustard if you need to. But mostly around here, we just do mayo. One more little scoop. I would have had enough, but half of it I left on the table. And then you mix it, y'all. I'm telling you, I know what you're thinking. There's no way. I've never heard of a roast sandwich like this. I know. That's why I'm bringing it to you live. If you're from Oklahoma, you might know this roast sandwich right here. If you're not from Oklahoma or them backwoods like that, where your cousin might be your husband, then you might not know about this type of roast sandwich. Oh, my wife from Oklahoma. So there you have it. I know what you're thinking. Man, I don't know about that. It is good. When I tell you it's good. Maybe one more little scoop. Big scoop. There you have it. Roast. Well, I can't say where you have it. That's what it looks like when it's all done. Tuna fish. But it's made of a high quality roast. And then you take the bread. First, you take your bread, make your own honey wheat. And the colder you back. The colder the roast and the mayonnaise, it just makes this sandwich that much better. What's great with this, that is an Oklahoma staple, it is barbecue chips. Carson, you don't have any barbecue chips? You get your toast.
I don't think Carson.
So you don't toast your bread. This guy doesn't toast his bread. And there you go. You spread it on there just like that. Make sure you get it all. See how super tall it is? Cover every piece of the bread like that. And then it's boom. Roast sandwich, which would have barbecue chips. No chips. Here you go, Carson. I'm just gonna show how you make yours. And this one is another way you make it, is if you don't make a complete sandwich, you make a half a sandwich and you put roast on both sides as if you were building a double sandwich. Here, Wibby, there's enough for one sandwich. Or you can eat it with a tortilla. If my dog will get out of the damn way. You eat it with a 0-carb tortilla to try to keep it 0 carbonated roast sandwich everybody will enjoy. You can use the mayo of your choice. We use Miracle Whip because it's kind of sweet and it just takes the roast to another level. This is Derek from Vic's Cooler Chicken. Comment and subscribe. Please share. I'll see y'all later. Peace.